Hey guys, this is Filmer. I got another commentary, and this one is just based off my opinion on what's going on in the Halo community. I've been really busy. I've been more focused in working with my production company, owning one, just getting the work done on time, and actually having fun in Halo. Trying to get better, improve everything, and learn from everybody, and meet more people to play with. But the reason why I'm doing this commentary is just because I want to, throw something out there. I haven't seen a commentary on something like this, and we all kind of know what's going on in the community. And let's face it, the Halo community is actually basically at an all-time low. It's probably never going to come back from this devastation that's been going on. 343 has really fucked things up, and there's not much you can do with that. As a company, they're just going to do what they can to make money, and that's all that matters. They don't care about you, they don't care about me, they just care about your money. So that's what I was going to throw out there, but that's not the main thing I want to talk about today. If you don't want to hear what I have to say, that's cool. You can just probably leave. But what I want to talk about is how toxic the Halo community has become. And I'm not just saying uh, one. I'm not gonna just say all the Halos because there's just so many, and I honestly play all of them except Halo 5. Um, and I think of all the Halos that I want to get better at, it's probably Halo 3 because it has such a strong community, and everyone claims that that's the best Halo when that's just their opinion. There is no best Halo. There's other Halos that are harder, I guess, but everyone wants to say CE is the hardest Halo. You know what? I can probably agree with that, but it's not the Halo I like to play. I do like to play it, but it's not the main one I like to play. Um, my main Halo that I like to play right now is Halo 3, only because I never played it back in the day. I played it with friends in real life, just messing around, like, just probably getting drunk, getting high right after we were skating, and we played that split screen, and that wasn't really a good, indication for me to get better. I was just fucking around, didn't think I would ever like the game, ever. My brother got me into it a couple of years later. Um, but yeah, the Halo 3 community is probably the most toxic community out there for Halo. Now, there could be other toxic communities, and the way that communities get toxic is they just get smaller and smaller. When the community gets smaller and smaller, everybody starts to know each other, and everyone starts to trash talk everybody, even if they're good. People in Halo 3 have such a crazy ego that you can't say that they're bad. They'll just trash talk you or something. And for me, like, somebody said that I was like a rare breed coming into MCC, not knowing any Halos except Halo 4. I didn't know any other Halos. I've been trying to get better at those Halos, and I meet a lot of people, and they show me techniques, and they show me movements, and they tell me things, and I also watch other people's commentaries. But the ego thing is so strong in Halo 3, and nobody will acknowledge that that person is good. They might have really good days, they might have really bad days when they play, they might be really consistent or really inconsistent because Halo 3 can be inconsistent at times. Since this MCC is not the real Halo 3 that was put out, what BC is, stands for backwards compatibility. That is the real Halo 3, but when 343 switched Halo 3 to MCC, they made it 60 frames per second, and that kind of screws some things up. You get a lot of lunges now. You get a lot of beatdown registrations that don't really they're not really applied. You get ghost lunges. Mostly, that's what I'm talking about. Is beatdown lunges that don't connect, or sword lunges that don't connect. Those are called ghost lunges, and that happens quite often in the game for MCC. But the most toxic part of MCC is probably the doubles playlist. That playlist alone is just so full of people with egos. It's insane. Now, there's some people in hardcore that have really bad egos too, and some that just play the Halo 3 playlist. But when I say Halo 3, I mean everything. anything that has to do with Halo 3. It's like snipers, hardcore doubles, the Halo 3 ranked playlist, anything. Even SWAT, but there's no kids in SWAT that play Halo 3 that have that big of an ego. But Halo 3 doubles is pretty bad. That has to be the worst, in my opinion. I mean, everybody on Twitch likes to watch doubles for some reason, and I can see it as individual skill, how well you can move around the map, and how well you work with one other person. So yeah, there's a lot, but there's a lot going on in doubles, and I'm not good at it because I don't really like the playlist that much. Um, but yeah, the doubles playlist is so toxic, it's insane. Just that alone is enough for me to make a video like this. The other thing I want to talk about is uh, people's ego are so high in Halo 3 that like if you beat them, they're gonna try to talk shit to you. Or if you do semi good or kind of good in the game, but you don't win, you're gonna get some shit talk from those people. And if you hurt people's ego by beating them, dude, like they have to send a trash talk message to you through Twitch or Xbox or some other way. Um, I've gotten it and I've watched other people get it, and it's kind of crazy. There really isn't a reason to go and do that. I mean, God, it's kind of annoying, but people just like to, bring other people down in a game. And you know what? That person that's trying to trash talk really isn't, making it any better for themselves. I mean, that I don't really understand why people want to block other players out of the game. There's so many good players. You just don't need to go and trash talk another person. I mean, I know people that are good at Halo 3, but when they come to another playlist, they don't play as well. And that's because they don't know the other Halos as well as Halo 3. And I get shit talk from some of those kids, and it's kind of like embarrassing on their part because you only like some people can only play Halo 3 better than me, and or vice versa, like I can play better Halo 2 Anniversary than them, and but I don't go on my way to send a message to them or screenshot them or do any of that. Having an ego can really damage your reputation as a player in the Halo 3 community, and some people just will not acknowledge you as being that good, or maybe they will. It really just depends on what you're doing in the game and how you play as a team and just your reputation overall. The one thing about having an ego in this game, I don't even really have one, but I've noticed a lot of people that have them, and when they get knocked down, they try to knock down others, or they try to knock down that other player that they know that they think they're better than. But honestly, like everyone's very inconsistent when they play Halo 3. There's a lot about the game that can make anybody inconsistent. There's a lot of people that are consistent too, but I'm not really going to talk about them because they've probably been playing Halo 3 since it dropped or since Halo dropped. And most of those people that are actually really good at Halo 3 have been playing the games and grew up playing the game. So that kind of typical ego thing will stick with them for probably the rest of their life. That's just how it is. They haven't matured enough to play the game and just think everybody else is good or as good as them because frankly, they're not pro. They'll never go pro. So nobody in the Halo 3 community will say that another person is better than them, and they will not say like that person is good. There's so many people I play with that will just be like, yeah, that person's not good, or that person is good, but he's not that good. He's not better than me, or something stupid, some stupid excuse. And I want to say that like for me playing and me just learning how to play Halo 3 and meeting a whole bunch of people, there's only a small handful that will be modest and be like, yeah, that person's good, or yeah, that person is, not as good as blah blah blah, and all this other stupid excuses that I hear, and it's kind of annoying because I, as a person, don't want to trash talk anybody. I don't want to burn bridges with anybody, and I feel like you can get better by meeting other people. And I noticed that a lot of the really good players in Halo 3 don't really have that many people to play with, or they only play with people that they like. And that handful of people might be like less than 100 people, like a Xbox 360 friends list. Like they probably have that much, just as much as what an Xbox 360 playlist can hold. None of these guys have big followings. Everyone knows who they are, but nobody really follows them that much. And on top of that, they have so many different accounts that you can't stay on top of like their friends list. On top of all these people that don't have that many friends, I have a decent following, and a lot of it has come from the SWAT playlist because a lot of people know that I'm a SWAT player, and that's where I started to actually get serious with Halo. A lot of people will say that's a joke, and that's cool, that's fine. But I mean, if you ever want to play a 4v4 in SWAT on SWAT maps, just let me know. I'll play them. A lot of people will disregard that. SWAT takes no skill. Well, honestly, every Halo does take skill, and every playlist takes skill. It's just a different skill you haven't mastered, or it's a skill that you haven't really learned, or you're not used to adapting. Um, but the Halo 3 community, what I want to say is the Halo 3 community is really, really toxic, and it's ridiculous that every single person that plays this game has some kind of crazy ego. I've been told I've had an ego, but maybe just in SWAT. But I can tell you, there's other kids that play SWAT that are much better than me. Those are usually the Halo 3 kids. They have their own clique and they're amazing, and they worked really good together, and they win every tournament they've ever played in Halo 5. I won't touch Halo 5. I just think it's terrible. It's not even a Halo game. It's just COD game with fucking Halo slapped on the title. That's all it is. Um, but yeah, like the people that know that they have an ego, or you know they know who they are. I'm not gonna say any names, but basically it's everybody that's younger than me. I'm 30 years old and I still play the game, but I got my shit together. I got stuff going on. I have a wife. I'm about to have a house, and I have my own production company, and I'm making really good money. And I have a really supported family to help me with everything. And most of these people don't have that going for them, so all they do is just play the game, and that's cool. But I mean, you gotta do other things besides play the goddamn game because I have other hobbies besides play Halo. And I kind of stopped streaming for a little bit just because the shit talking was so fucking real, and it was actually getting pretty annoying because like I want to be cool with everybody, but no, not a lot of people like the fact that I just started playing Halo, and um, I have a really nice stream. I actually have the best stream on MCC, quality wise, I guess, with intermission screens and all this other shit that pops up. I mean, I paid for that. I paid for everything. I paid for my stream to look good. Most people can't afford what I can dish out for a stream, but that doesn't matter. I mean, there's a lot of people that have more followers than I do, and they'll probably always have more followers than I do, and that's cool. I just want to make my shit look good. I'm always trying to be professional with everything I do, and I just want to. I know I keep going off this topic a little bit, but yeah, I don't know how much I can say about how toxic the community is, but every community and every different Halo has their own kind of you know problem with it. And I guess the only reason why I'm saying it's a problem is because people will not acknowledge other people for being really good players, on and off. I mean, I'll catch myself saying that person's trash, but then in reality, they probably aren't. I mean, who knows like how good somebody really is? We're all playing online. Online connections are not as good as LAN. I've never played a LAN connection, but you know what? Not a single person still playing MCC will ever go pro. They will never go pro. They might be too young, they might be too old, or they just are not playing the current Halo. Halo is at all time low. The pros are barely making money. They're not even using that as their basic income. Like, people that think you're good, that's cool. Like, you're probably good, but you're never going to go pro. And the only person who has ever done anything in their life with Halo is probably Ninja. He's the only one that has been a Halo Pro, moved out of the Halo scene and into other games and other scenes, and has become pro in other games. On top of that, he streams consistently. He has a really good following, and people like his personality, which I think is kind of stupid, but that's his personality, and he's kind of funny sometimes. But that's the following he gets from, and it's really helping him. It's the only time that I've ever seen a Halo Pro really like stick out, and it's Ninja. Everybody knows who Ninja is. Not a single person doesn't know who he is. More people know who Ninja is than any other pro. I feel like maybe I'm wrong by saying that because Walshy is pretty popular and the Ogre Twins are popular, but they're not doing anything. What the fuck are they doing? Nothing. They're probably barely making money right now. They can't do anything with the video game because they left the scene. They left Halo so far back. Um, but yeah, I just want to say like I kind of wish that everybody was nicer to each other just playing a stupid video game because I mean it's a game, dude. It's not real life. It's just have fun with the game and make friends with people. Like it's like kind of annoying that it gets to this point, but everyone's fucking immature. Everyone's like in their young 20s and they're all fucking dumb. None of them do anything. You know, I'm not really salty. I just want to put my opinion. It's kind of like a rant, but whatever. Um, the communities for every Halo are, they all have their toxic uh, points and stuff like that. There's always people that are going to be toxic, and there's kids that just only play Halo 3, and there's people who only play CE, and there's only people that play Halo 4, and there's only people that play H2A and Halo 2 Classic and Halo Reach and all that other shit. And honestly, for me, I just want to be a good overall Halo player, except Halo 5. I can be as terrible as I want in that game because I don't even care about that game. But I like to play CE, Halo 2 Classic, Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 3, Halo 4, Halo Reach, and Halo Online. I've played them all, and I like them all. They're all different. They all require different skills, and they're not always the same timing. Everything's different, and that's why I like. That's why I like Halo, and that's why I want to get better at all of them. I'm just taking my time at every one of them. I'm just trying to be cool with everybody while doing it. So, sorry for the huge ass rant. I kind of went off on topic a little bit, but you kind of get the gist of it. The Halo 3 community is so toxic that it's actually kind of annoying, you know? I had to play on different accounts now just so people don't know who it is when I play them, when I beat them. But I don't talk shit. I don't say anything. I don't even screenshot it because screenshotting and teabagging is so disrespectful that I don't even do it. Only if somebody does it to me. And I can see like why people do it. It's to get into other people's heads, but still, it's kind of a dick move. Um, those are my 2 extra cents last minute, and hope you guys can agree with me on this because it kind of is a big problem. But you know what? Like that's what the game is. And that's just part of playing Halo. It's the shit talking. I'm just kind of over it. I'm 30 years old. I don't need to shit talk anybody anymore, unless somebody shit talks back to me. But they really can't back up what their life is compared to mine. It's not even close. Maybe that's an ego thing I just said, but um, I don't really care. I just want to play the game and not really focus on the drama because that's kind of all it is. And I've heard some crazy shit from other commentaries and other videos talking about how bad this person is and blah blah blah. I really don't give a fuck. All I know is that the shit is crazy now. There's a IMGUR post about all these like Halo 3 kids, and I'm actually on it, which is kind of funny. And there's a whole bunch of other people that are really good too on there, and some other people that are just random. And whoever fucking made that, dude, you really have a lot of time on your hands to get all those fucking photos and put them on that goddamn site because that's retarded. That's crazy. I thought it was funny at first, and I still think it's kind of funny, but kind of fucked up because how much time did that person have to invest into that? The only time I have time to do shit is when I'm playing the game or doing the stupid commentary that nobody's gonna probably fucking watch. But in the background, it's just some gameplay. It's nothing really have to do with anything except Halo 3, I guess. Um, so if you guys have any questions or comments, just leave them down below. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you guys later, or I can see you on the game. Later, guys. Peace out.